Greetings, my dear viewer. You're on the channel The Price of Cheating. The channel is for those who appreciate traditional family values and condemn adultery. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Entering the living room, Laura stared at the flickering TV screen. It was a kind of battlefield, the only weapon she could use to capture her husband's attention. "Honey, I can't see anything because of you. Can I move over?" Mark fired back incessantly. "No way! You will listen to me whether you like it or not." "But this is an interesting show. They are on the verge of an incredible discovery. I can't miss it. But if you don't turn it off immediately and start listening to me, you'll get a monumental revelation right in the forehead." Mark sighed dramatically and finally gave up. Okay. So what devastating news do you have?" Laura took a deep breath and adopted the kind of serious tone that might belong to a newsreader announcing a disaster. "Listen, Mark. I've come to the conclusion that I'm leaving you." Mark paused, raising his eyebrows as if solving a complex mathematical equation. Then, almost without thinking, he replied, "Well, okay. And when will you be back? Oh, by the way, could you grab some pancakes at the bakery on the way home?" Laura froze, unable to comprehend the absurdity of his answer. "I can't believe it. I broke up with you and there's no turning back. It's a pity. Well, good luck. I'm going to miss you. Can I go back to my show now?" "Is that really all you can say? Does my leaving mean nothing to you after 10 years of marriage? Aren't you going to express any real emotions?" In response, he smiled and said, "How about not forgetting the house keys? Seriously? And what about the sincere, 'Why are you leaving, my dear?' Or the desperate, 'Please don't leave. I can't imagine life without you.' Damn it, even a fiery, 'To hell with you and the horse you rode' will show that you care. Let's look at the passion. I've dedicated a decade of my life to you. I invested time, energy, and money in our home and our life together. I was there for you, physically and emotionally, whenever you wanted. I remember every special occasion, your birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, our anniversary, even Mother's Day, even though you haven't become a mom yet." "Wait a minute. Are you pregnant? Is it really because of this? You must be joking. Do you really think that I will leave if I have a child?" "Well, if it's not my child, then maybe I would have left." "Are you seriously accusing me of cheating? How dare you? How could I spend so much time with a pathetic scoundrel like you?" "It seemed to me that this was a reasonable assumption based on your behavior. Let's take a closer look at this, huh? You suddenly dropped a bomb. You're leaving. No explanation, just a sudden departure. It's hard not to wonder if there is someone else in this situation, perhaps another man, who has caught your attention. If this is the case, then most likely you have already taken a step forward with him, and who knows, maybe there is a chance that you are pregnant. My guess is not so far-fetched, is it? I'm not dating anyone else, but your indifference to my feelings makes me reconsider my options. Before you leave, can I ask you something? You're finally showing interest. What's on your mind? Would it bother you if I asked your sister out when you leave? Wait, do you want to date my sister? What makes you think she'd be interested in you? Well, let me remind you about that Christmas at your parents'. After a few glasses of champagne, your sister leaned over to me and whispered that if I ever got tired of it, then I should call her to get real pleasure. And it wasn't just once. She brought up the subject several times, and let's just say her choice of words became more colorful. You're a liar! Why is she even considering you when she has David? Honestly, I have no idea. She's just tired of sharing it with you without getting anything in return. Really? Do you think I'm sleeping with my sister's husband? I am very mistaken that you are sleeping in this bed with him, although I can only wonder why he still wants you after the first time. You dirty animal. Tell me, why don't any of the men want me? I'm constantly being looked after by guys, and if I wanted to, there would be another man in my bed every night. But you know what? Your brother-in-law told me that his wife, your sister, knows how to please him much better than you do. According to him, he's only with you to get back at her. Judging by what she's threatening to do to me, I'd say it works like a charm. Mark, you just made up all this nonsense just to get back at me for leaving you. You don't have any evidence that I had anything with David or anyone else." Reaching into the side pocket of his chair, Mark took out a substantial envelope, fastened with fasteners. "Look at this," he said, satisfaction in his voice. "The divorce papers barely fit on a few pages, and all the rest are photos of you in bed with a man who doesn't even remotely look like me, your husband. I must admit that it was quite difficult to choose the best pictures for my divorce lawyer." Tears streamed down Laura's face and she collapsed to the floor. "This is not what was supposed to happen," she sobbed. "If you had given me the script, I might have played along with you. Out of pure curiosity, how was it supposed to happen? You were supposed to be upset, even furious. You should have begged me to stay, asked me what you needed to do to get me back. And then what? Over time, I would say that I need to be alone. I'd go away and have a wild time with a few different men, and then you'd be waiting for me with open arms when I get back. I'm sorry for breaking your little script, dear. Do you need help with your bags on the way to the car? Don't you have the slightest desire for me to stay? Does our years together mean nothing to you?" I asked, sounding nostalgic and disappointed. "There are still so many wonderful moments in my memory. Do you remember any of them? Could you at least think about going to a consultation? I promise that I will stop dating other men." "Do you think I need a lesson in loyalty?" he snapped, his expression turning hard. "Maybe you'll enroll in some kind of school for walking women like you, where they'll teach you the real art of seduction? When the guys start lining up to give you a second of their time, let me know, and then I might change my mind." "When did you turn into such an angry jerk?" I snapped back, my patience wearing thin. "As soon as I found out that you were sleeping with your brother-in-law," he replied coldly. "It's been 2 years, Mark, and for your information, I'm only here to see my ex-husband, not to stir up an old drama." Mark raised an eyebrow questioningly, and a smirk played on his lips. "Laura, are you really hiding under that makeup?" "Of course it's me, Mark. What's new for you, besides the obvious changes in my appearance?" I said with a playful twinkle in my eyes. "I can make love much better now." "Isn't that what you've always wanted? Did you really find the school of debauchery or something like that?" "What is it?" he asked, his curiosity piqued. "In a way, I signed a contract with, let's say, a mentor to learn how to please men in exchange for a year of my life. This year is already over." Mark grinned, leaning closer. "Well, did you graduate with honors?" "Even better," he said, holding out the paper. "This is my certificate confirming that I am free from sexually transmitted diseases." "Did you really come back just to show off your new skills in bed?" he teased. "Maybe, yes. But how do you know that I haven't moved? Maybe I got married again or found someone else since you left. First of all, you're not wearing a ring. And secondly, I know you well. You will not refuse free intimacy, even if you are taken away. So if you've given up the wild lifestyle, why this heavy makeup?" A playful challenge hung in the air between us. The past and the present collided in a dance of memories and unspoken wishes. "I wanted to show you my best side. To be honest, my wardrobe is going through the best of times, and I was hoping that you would help me with this. Do you really think that I will like you so much that I will want to resume our relationship and live together again? Oh yes. You have one chance to impress me. In our old place? No way, it's too far away. I often visit the hotel next door. I have a special rate there." They went through the next door and entered the room. "Okay, Laura, let's see what you've learned." I had every intention of doing just that. There was something about the way she opened up that was more mesmerizing than ever. It was incredible. I have to say it was the best experience we've ever shared. "Laura, you've really improved." "So you forgive me, darling? Will there be no divorce?" Mark just grinned. "Oh no, darling, get out of my house. Your skills will be useful for other men. I captured everything on video, and it will get into the internet space and spread like wildfire. I don't need a cheating wife. I hope that I will meet someone who will be faithful to me and not sleep with everyone for the sake of an intimate experience. Forgiving Laura." Mark went outside, warning his wife that she needed to get out of the house before evening. Laura's shock was written all over her face. Tears wouldn't stop pouring. Her whole plan collapsed. Now she will become famous as a dissolute woman and will be left without a husband and without money. And for Mark, life is just beginning. He got rid of his unfaithful wife and was happy with it. This concludes the story. If you like it, Then put your powerful like and subscribe to the channel.